I have a source who was in the room who's given me a written rough transcript of exactly what Bessent said at that conference yesterday. I want to bring it to you because obviously it's moving the market today. According to this source in the room, what the Treasury Secretary said was no one thinks the current status quo is sustainable at 145 and 125% in terms of the relationship with tariffs with China. He says, so I would posit that over the very near future there will be de-escalation. And I think that that should give the world, the markets, a sigh of relief. He also goes on to say, I do say China is going to be a slog in terms of the negotiations because that engagement started. I would not yet. But I think, again, I think neither side thinks the status quo is sustainable. But I've said quite a bit. So what Bessent is saying here is that neither the United States nor the Chinese side thinks that the trade relationship is sustainable between the two countries. And he also says here that he views this ultimately as an embargo between the two countries, that it's ultimately going to have to lead to some kind of negotiation. And he talks about the idea of rebalancing the two nations' trade relationship together. He says they have stifled the consumer economy and favored manufacturing. We want to increase manufacturing. The identity of that would be less consumption. And if somehow I could see a Ray Dalio essay on this like a big, beautiful rebalancing, if we walk out the door of negotiations and sign something in 2 or 3 years that looked like that, I would think that it's a huge win. And then the trade practices, the goal of that is not that hard a break. We want to stay engaged, but it's going to be more fair. So that's a summary, again, from a person who was in the room of exactly what the Treasury Secretary told that audience at the JP Morgan event yesterday, guys.